Hello students, and a huge welcome to this week's maths topic, which is absolutely factors and multiples. Ta-da! As always, we'll have a look at our learning intention first. So let's zoom in on our WALT, our WALT. Today I'm hoping you can understand what a factor and a multiple is and apply them to questions. Now, because we are all about the curriculum and seeing how you're going, this is what you should be looking at all times. So in the curriculum, what I'm looking for, not only is to show me your learning by answering the attached questions, is for a C grade specifically, describing factors and multiples and identifying the factors and multiples of whole numbers. Now, of course, to do that, you need to know what a factor and a multiple is, and hopefully by the end of this, you will know exactly what happens. As you get into the A grades and the B grades, you're actually looking to use what you know and explain your reasoning. The first topic of conversation is to zoom over to factors. Now, factors defined are a number that when multiplied by another number produces a target number. Crikey, a lot of number references there. To be truly honest, that is a complex definition for a very simple topic. So when we're talking about factors, we always ask, look, what are the factors of 6, for example? That's my question here. But you'd always ask for a target number. So when I ask for the factors of 6, we're looking at what numbers can multiply together to make 6. Now, another way of looking at it is seeing what numbers 6 will be divided into equally. So let's have a think. 6 divided by 1 equals 6. So therefore, we've got 1 and 6. They're factors of 6. We've also got 6 divided by, what else goes into 6? What else can we divide 6 into equally? 2 goes equally, and that equals 3, because 2 times 3 equals 6. And that gives you another 2 factors. So when it's asking us for the factors of 6, we can see that the underlying numbers there are all factors of 6. We've got 6, and we've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. I'll put commas in there so it's not getting confusing and looks like 6,123. But normally what we do in answer is we put them in order from smallest to largest. So 1, 2, 3, and 6. Now, it looks like we're missing the 4 and the 5 here, but the reason that 4 and 5 are not factors of 6 is if you times 4 by 1, you get 4, and 4 by 2 gets to 8. So it doesn't actually go into 6 at all. You can't get to 6 by timesing 4 by another number, and that's the same for 5. All right? Now I'm asking you for factors of 24 and hoping that you know now that a factor, specifically speaking, is a number that when multiplied by another number produces the target number. The target number we've got here for this question is 24. So our job now is to think about which numbers multiply together to make 24. Now, a very simple one to start is going 24 divided by 1 equals 24, and that gives us our first 2 factors, 1 and 24. What else does 24 divide by evenly to get a whole number? 24 divided by, well, it's an even number, so it's definitely going to be divided by 2, so that equals 12, and there's 2 more factors. What else does 24 divide by? 24 divided by, no, not 5. 3 works really well. Yep, 3 definitely goes into 24. That's going to be a factor. And what does that equal? 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Really good. That's another factor. And if we're really honing in, we've got 24 divided by 4. And that equals 6. I don't think there's anything further because we've already got the number 4 and the number 6. So to be truly honest, we've done all of our factors there, and there are 8 that we can write down here. Factors of 24, and this time I'm just going to put them straight in order, nice and easy, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. All of those numbers are factors of 24 because when you multiply any of these numbers with the other number that connects to it, you'll make 24. And I've done the division there to prove that my answer is correct. Remember, a factor is a number when multiplied by another number produces a target number. All right, there are a couple of questions today related to factors. Make sure you have a go at those. Time to move on to our friend multiples. Multiples, once again, has a bit of a definition. A number that is created when we multiply our target number by a whole number. Now, again, this definition includes a lot of the word number, and it does sound confusing for a very simple concept. Don't worry too much. I promise you this will be great. So, look, questions might relate to this, for example. List 3 multiples of 5. So currently our target number is 5, and it is a number that's created when we multiply our target number by a whole number. So our target number is 5, and if we multiply that, for example, by 5 times 2, we get 10. And 10 is a multiple of 5. Because we've multiplied 5, our target number, by 2 to get us to 10. How great. All right, we do need 3 multiples of 5. So before I write them down, what other multiples of 5 can you think of? Hopefully you've thought about any number that can be multiplied by 5 to get to a certain total. So, for example, we could say 5 times 10, and that'll get us to 50. 50 is definitely a multiple of 5 because our target number 5 multiplied by 10 gets us to 50. All right, finally, nice and easy. Let's do 5 multiplied by 4. And that gets us to 20. And 20, once again, is a multiple of 5. So you can list those 3, and I'm sure there are other answers that you would have come up with to say they are multiples of 5 as well. Okay, another question might relate to this one up here. The question actually challenges you to test 29, this number, and see whether it's a multiple of 4. Now, we already know that our target number is 4. Our target number is 4. So what we need to do is figure out whether or not when we multiply 4 by a whole number, can we get to 29? And therefore, 29 will be a multiple of 4. So for this, I'm just going to go through the 4 times table, and that will be a really easy way to see all the multiples, and then we can see whether 29 is a multiple of 4. So 4, that's 1 times 4. 8, that's 2 times 4. 12, that's 3 times 4. 16, that's 4 times 4. 20, that's 5 times 4. 24, that's 6 times 4. 28, that's 7 times 4. 32, that's 8 times 4. 36, that's 9 times 4. And 40, that's 10 times 4. All of these, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are multiples of 4. If I asked you, is 36 a multiple of 4? You could say absolutely, because 9 times 4 is 36. 36 is a multiple of 4. But the question is 29 a multiple of 4? Let's have a look. Does 29 feature in here? It doesn't. So the answer to this question is no. And you can see my reasoning below. It's not part of the 4 times table. Now, of course, if you multiplied 4 by 7.25, 4 times 7.25, you can absolutely get to 29. 4 times 7.25 is 29. But remember our definition to start with. Our definition of multiples was a number that is created when you multiply our target number by a whole number. 7.25 is not a whole number, it's a decimal. So that means that 29 is not a multiple of 4. Hooray! Okay, that's a quick definition of both factors and multiples. And your job right about now, what I'm looking for, is to show me your learning by answering the attached questions about factors and multiples. Here it is. No, that's not right.